Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel. This is your weekly love reading from me with a special Friday the 13th twist. Okay, it's a slightly extended reading. A couple of things before I get into it. I have a Facebook group. The link is in the description. I think there's around 5 nationalities on there so far. It's just a place to hang out. It's a place for you to connect with me on a more deeper level if you wish to. I do upload some little 500, 800 word articles. You know, they take about 3 minutes to read on spirituality. And other people contribute with pictures of their crafts and photos of where they live. So it's just a nice place to hang out, and the motto of the group is we all have the earth in common. So we may all be different sun signs, different nationalities, live in different countries, but we all share the planet. So it's just a nice place to be. Please consider giving me a subscription if you haven't, because I do have a couple of free readings to give away, and I will be opening up those shortly. It's just my energy's been a little bit low. Please forgive me, I'm 24 hours late with the reading. I'm going through a spiritual ascension at this point in time, which has been triggered by the death of my grandfather in September, because I feel like I've lost probably my biggest teacher in my life. So just bear with me while I go through that. If you've ever been through a spiritual ascension, this is not my first one, so if you've ever been through a spiritual ascension, you will know that it's quite depleting energetically. So just forgive me for that, you know. The pre-shuffle message. I did a pre-shuffle and Aries energy came out. It also came out for Capricorn actually, but it's not a surprise for me that Aries energy came out, because Mars is going direct on Friday the 13th. Mars has been in retrograde, as has Mercury. Mercury is now direct, but we are in the shadow period. The shadow period can be a little more difficult than actually the retrograde period itself. Whereas when we're in retrograde, it throws up a variety of things. For example, you know, you can crack the screen on your phone, your internet goes down, the car won't start. You know, you have an argument with your neighbours next door and the ex comes back. You know, it's one of those types of things. What happens with when Mercury goes direct, there is this shadow period, and so we are going to be in the shadow period until the 20th. So again, Friday the 13th is within that time. Do expect something to come back around. It'll just be probably one element. However, I was picking up the fact that this potentially has a financial surprise, because Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto are in Capricorn in your 11th house, which is the house of, let's see, it's the house of individualism. But what's that got to do with finances? Well, the fact is, it's where we fit into the world. It's the I versus the we, you know. And I'm looking at it in conjunction with the fact that Venus is going to be in your 8th house of property, death and taxes, basically. So don't be surprised if something that you haven't quite concluded from Mercury retrograde comes back around in the shadow period and causes some kind of unexpected expense. However, with the Venus energy in the 8th house, this could possibly be softened a little bit with the fact that you may get an unexpected tax rebate, or someone, you know, your favourite auntie might leave you something, you know, to cushion the blow, or you may just have a small 100 win on the scratch card or something, you know. So just, it's one of those types of things, you know. It's a lot of astrological energy, and that's what I was picking up in the pre-shuffle, especially with the Aries. What I also picked up was the fact that you have stopped waiting in the wings for something and begun to take action. What do I mean by this? Well, in the recent past, it was coming out that you were just sitting, watching and waiting and just being like a quiet little bird and not really saying anything. And there's been some kind of metamorphosis where you've decided to actually start to take action. I don't think you're completely committed to the action, or you haven't received a fruition or payment or something for what it is that you've done, but there's definitely a transcendence of energy from this wren type little birdie energy, you know, sitting in the wings all quite quiet, to actually finally deciding to just test the waters a little bit and see how you get on. This could be also with the 11th house energy, Pisces. You know, when I say that it was focused on the I, not the we, you know, it's about where you fit into the world also. It's about how you are fitting within a group of people or an inner circle, you know. Right, while I was just giving that little overview there, your Friday the 13th overview, I've put the tarot cards down. I'm going to talk about you and your person. Please feel free to switch the roles if necessary. It is a general love reading. I can't stress that enough. If it's not for you, then please just scroll on by and check out another placement in your chart, or check out another reader. There's some great readers on YouTube, and you can always come back and see me another time. I'd appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up and not a thumbs down for that. Thank you. The 7 of Cups has come out for your person, with the 5 of Wands and the 4 of Wands in reverse. When I said in the pre-shuffle that I saw you as a little bird sort of waiting in the wings basically and not saying anything, I feel that there's been an element of the fact that you now feel like it's safe to actually progress or call someone into your energy. Yeah, I feel like as if this shift from the little bird to just coming out of that sort of watching, waiting and maybe slightly nervous energy, that's sort of come to an end with the fact that there's been almost I feel like a reset or a restart with your person, with the 4 of Wands in the reverse here. I feel that came after quite a frank, open and honest conversation. That although it may have been uncomfortable in certain aspects, I don't feel like it was very conflicting with this card here with the 5 of Wands. I just feel like as if it was a frank, open and honest discussion. We've got the 2 of Swords here, sorry, the 8 of Swords here in the reverse. With this frank conversation and this frank discussion, I feel like as if it's caused some kind of lowering of the defences on your part. And what this imagery I got in the pre-shuffle of this little bird, it's coming away from this sort of sitting on the tree branch, looking down, waiting to see if someone's going to be, throw you a crumb or something, or whether or not they're going to just, shoot you with a pellet gun. It's that type of energy. This type of energy is sort of relaxed now, and I feel that it's come with this shift, this change that we've got. I feel like that whatever the conversation was or whatever the change was, it wasn't comfortable, but it was necessary, and with that it has caused you to lower your defences slightly. We've got the Justice card for your person. You can be dealing with a Libra, of course, but you don't have to be. There's an aspect here of doing the right thing, of balancing out the energies, and accepting that there's a calm and an equilibrium about the situation. This is in conjunction with the High Priestess. This almost feels like, where I said that there was this conversation here, it may have been slightly uncomfortable, but it was necessary. It almost feels as if all of a sudden with this High Priestess card, this has allowed this relationship or this connection to really start having some aspect of potential or future bloom. I'm going to start doing a little bit of clarification before I continue, and I'm using this wonderful deck called the 13 deck by Necro. I don't always like to use it because it's quite dark in imagery and it is a bit depleting sometimes, but it's just, I feel like as if it's just quite apt for the Friday the 13th message. So I'm using the 13 deck for the Friday the 13th message, and I'm just going to get a little bit of clarification with the High Priestess and why is the High Priestess here for the energy between Pisces and their person. Why is the High Priestess here? Okay, we've got the Six of Wands with the Magician in reverse here and the Ace of Cups. This almost talks to me of the fact that potentially there was an aspect of previous low vibrational behaviour or some game playing here by one or both of you, because we've got this mirroring aspect. But this is very much speaking to me with this Four of Wands here in reverse, for the fact that this type of behaviour has caused some kind of reset here. With this magician in reverse here, it's almost come full circle to a conclusion, for the fact that one or both of you were wishing for this type of behaviour or wishing for this type of aspect of the relationship to finish. And I feel like with this frank conversation that has come here, that something has shifted, and actually one or both of you has decided to, well, you especially, has decided to lay down the swords here. I mean, last week, Pisces, you had all swords energy, if I remember. It was so defensive and so sort of mindset-ish, you know. I think possibly with the 8th house energy, that there will be possibly some focus on still looking at yourself as to where it is that you fit in, with this connection. You know, it's moving from, remember I said earlier, it's moving from the I to the we. There is an aspect of this, you know, as the astrological energies are shifting. This is sort of being reflected also in the tarot. Wow. We've got 3 major arcana cards here. I wanted to clarify the 7 of Wands because it wasn't clear to me while it was here, because the rest of the cards are speaking of the fact that the defences are down, and this is still sort of acting defensive and expecting to be wounded and so on. I mean, it doesn't really tie in with the fact that there's been the lowering of the swords here. I mean, you could still be expecting that, but I'm now looking at it with the fact of this 5 of Wands energy here. This 5 and the 7 of Wands seem to go hand in hand here with this sort of shifting of energies. We've got the Wheel of Fortune with the World and the Chariot. I mean, you can't get any. You've got 3 major cards here of forward movement and fresh starts. Remember what I said at the beginning with the pre-shuffle message, that there was this aspect of sitting like a little nervous wren in a tree, and then coming out of that sort of energy to, you know, to sort of be more comfortable to actually participate in the relationship, or participate in certain aspects of it, to actually dip your foot into the pond of love. And this is signalling this to me, for the fact we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the World and the Chariot card. This to me here, this Wheel of Fortune card is with this Seven of Wands is finally accepting that perhaps this person is genuine and that they're not going to deliberately stick the knife in and hurt you. I think perhaps there's sort of this acceptance of the fact that finally you're going to just accept that potentially this person is a good person and they're not going to deliberately, you know, do one on you, basically. Especially with this World card here, because the World card is about new beginnings. This particular World card for me speaks of a coming together and harmony, basically, where even though, can you see the imagery here? This is sort of, you know, looking almost musical. It's a beautiful symbolism, because it's almost like you can have two separate notes in a musical form, but one needs the other for the harmony to flow, you know? Even though, you know, one might be an A and one might be a D, and they may sound and look different, there are aspects of similarity for the form and the colour and the shape, but they have aspects that are different. But when the music is played, if one of them is missing, then the song doesn't quite sound correct. With this World card, this is, and especially with the Chariot, this speaks to me, especially with this Five of Wands. This Five of Wands with this Four of Wands in reverse earlier was very significant for me, Pisces, for the fact that it's almost someone's pressed the reset button. And there's an acceptance here of the fact that you both complement each other. You know, one of you being music note A and the other one being music note D. Both have their different qualities, both have their different, you know, different ways of being played or different sounds, but basically both are needed for the song, you know, the song of love. And there's an element of cordial acceptance between both of you for that. And we've got the Ace of Cups here, which to me with this deck also signals the fact that there's a restart. There's an awful lot of energy of restart, and there's an awful lot of 8th house energy here with the I becoming the we. You know, the looking about how you fit into the bigger world outside of your home, you know. Okay, we've got the Two of Wands with the Nine of Wands here. I'm surprised the Ace of Wands hasn't come out, actually. Okay, these came out. They came flying out, actually. We've got the King of Swords. We've got the Four of Wands. We've got the Four of Wands twice. We've got it in reverse and we've got it upright. This is even more signalling to me that there's been an elevation, some kind of elevation to this relationship. However that resonates with you, you know, it's going to the next stage and the next cycle of what it is for you. That could be, you know, having a first kiss. That could be intimate for being intimate for the first time. You know, that could be making a solid commitment. That could be marriage. It's whatever stage of the cycle you are in, because we've got the Chariot, the World, and the Wheel of Fortune here. Yeah, so this, you just take it how it resonates with the fact that it's whatever cycle and stage of the cycle you are in, but there's perpetual motion forward. We've got the Seven of Cups here. There's still an element of hesitation. This has come out twice now, but it's also come out for your person. You've got the Seven of Cups here also at the beginning. And your person now also has the Seven of Cups with the Nine of Wands. And you've got the Two of Wands between you. You're both accepting that there's a new start to this and sort of an elevated aspect to the relationship. However, you're both mirroring each other for the fact that you are still a little bit weary. I mean, look at this. We've got the Seven of Cups with the Seven of Wands here for you. And for your person, we've got the Nine of Wands with the Seven of Cups. you're both still guarded. It's not concluded. It's not concluded that this reset is concluded, and you're both on the same page for it. However, you're both still watching and waiting to see what the other one is going to do or say. You're still, but the energy, your energy has shifted, Pisces, with the fact that you've come out of this scaredy little bird energy. I'm going to get you just one oracle card, because I just feel like as if I'm missing some kind of closure here. I've got two. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. Remember I said that possibly there might be some unexpected expense here. With the fact that, you know, Venus is in your 8th house, which is the house of sex, death and taxes. This might be the fact that, this might be your saving grace here, for the fact that if you have got an unexpected expense coming out, then all of a sudden you might just get a bit of a lucky turn here from the 8th house to sort of bail you out a little bit. You know, you might get a little bit of a unexpected, not big windfall, but small windfall that sort of cushions the blow a little bit. And take time to breathe out. This disseminating moon. Remember I said you're coming out of this little birdie, nervous birdie energy, sitting in the tree being a little bit scared whether someone's going to, you know, feed you or shoot you. Well, just take time to breathe out, you know, breathe in and breathe out. When we breathe in with some kind of conscious effort, you know, we breathe in the feminine energy from the earth, which is the chi energy. You know, we have to use Eastern words for these types of things because it's really lacking in Western philosophy. When you do that with a conscious effort, it stops your energy from depleting. So take time to breathe in and take time to breathe out. When you're breathing in energy that helps you, so that you don't deplete your own energy, you know, and with this comes the cycle of positivity and negativity. Positivity, negativity, bringing in the positive and releasing the negative. Everything's going to be okay, Pisces. Your Friday the 13th may have an unexpected surprise and a hiccup, but I think everything will work out in the end. Thank you very much for stopping by. I truly appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Much love.